Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would like to show you how I design a Christmas ornament using Affinity Designer. I just like to show you this because Affinity Designer has a big Black Friday sale at the moment. And I really like the software mainly because it's just a one-off payment and not a subscription. So let me show you what they have. So at the moment they have 50% of everything. I mainly use the designer, but they also have a photo editing and a publishing software. I bought the whole bundle, I think a year ago or so. And if you look at the designer, it is similar to CorelDRAW, which I used before. And it is the main selling point for me also was that it's available on iPad and on desktop, and they are pretty much identical. So if you would be interested in this software, it is either available for Mac, Windows and iPad, or the full suite for everything, like designer, photo and publisher, iPad and computer. Just wanted to show you this because I really like it. So, this is Affinity Designer. It is a very simple interface. So here you have all your tools, and on the right hand side you have more tools, of course. I have here color to change the fill color and the stroke color of my designs. I also have transform to change size and position, as well as stroke, which will determine the stroke width here. And you can also add more of them here. If you go over to window, and then here you can add whatever you want to use. Have a look around here, see what you're doing. I just designed laser cutting files in Affinity Designer, and it is very easy with just color, stroke, and the standard tools here. I wanted to show you how simple it is to design a Christmas ornament in Affinity Designer. If you go over here, you see this little arrow. You see they have presets for all of these shapes. So they even have a QR code to it. But here you see a heart, teardrops, clouds, but we will use the star tool for now. I love using the star tool. Click on it, and then just draw a star somewhere. As you see, you can shift it around. I like to make this 80 by 80 millimeter, which I will do over here at transform. Enter 80 by 80. Excuse my very loud keyboard. So, and then when you're done setting the size and you have it selected, you will see a lot of settings showing up here. If you unselect it, they will disappear. If you select it, you can see the settings. So here you can decide how many points your star has. See, you can increase them. I will stay with 5. And then this one is for the inner radius. Here, I like it to be a bit more chubby, like this. And then the outer radius is the corners. I like to have them a bit rounded, but not too much. This looks more like a starfish. So I will do it like this. And then this is the inner radius. Like this. I will keep it at 0. I don't like it. So now if you unselect it, you will see here how this looks. So this only has a fill color, but no stroke. Let's change this for laser cutting. So go over to color. And here, this is the fill color. And this is set fill color to none. So click on this. If you would leave it like this, it's invisible because it has no stroke color and no fill color. So if you select it again and go over here, now you can set the stroke color. Let's make it red. And if you go over to stroke, you can make this line thicker or thinner. I always work with 0.2. The next step is to add a hole here to hang this ornament up. We will do this by using the ellipse tool and just draw a circle somewhere and go over to transform and make it 3 millimeter by 3 millimeter like this. Okay, now let's shift it into position. We want it to be here. The green line indicates that it's centered, which is very helpful. And now the basic cutting shape is done. So this would now already be perfect for cutting it out. So if you just want to make plain ornaments without any engraving on it, that's it. If you want to put text on it, go over here and select Artistic Text tool. Place it somewhere and write whatever you want to write. I will just go with the name Thomas and the year 2024. So you can now grab this and shift it around and place it centered. Focus on the green line. I will increase the size a bit. And for the name, I will change the font. So over here, you can see the font. I bought a whole lot of them on Etsy a while ago, so I might have more than you would have. Choose the font you want to use. I will go with this one. It looks like fun. And then grab it and place it centered again. Over here's the size. I will make this 24 and make sure it is centered again. Okay. I always make sure that the cutting edge and the engraving have two different colors because my laser will sort it into different layers depending on the colors. I will show you this in a few minutes. So anyhow, if you would want to engrave this, let's say on frosted acrylic or wood, you can leave it like this. But I want to engrave it on clear acrylic. So I will take this and copy and then paste, place it next to it, and then over here, flip horizontal. Because when I use clear acrylic, I always engrave onto the back. It looks a lot better than engraving onto the front. I will show you how I do this later. And this is it. So now your ornament is completely done. And you can just export it by clicking on File and Export. And here you can choose whatever works best for your laser. A lot of people love using the SVG. I use PDF. I don't change anything here. And then export and save it to my computer. So my laser runs with Beam Studio. My laser is a Beambox Pro CO2 laser. And it works with Beam Studio, which is this here. I will open the file, and as you can see here, it will ask selecting layering style. So if I would go on single layer, it will put the text and the cutting edge, so the outer shape, on one layer. If I go with color, it will separate them. So you will see that we will have one layer for the black outline, one layer for the red outline, and one layer for the black text. So here, you see it, this is the black text, and this is the red outline. So I can choose the presets for cutting acrylic or cutting wood here, here, for this layer, and for the black, for the engraving, I can choose the acrylic engraving or wood engraving here. So it's already set what to do for which color, which is very helpful. For the wooden engraving, I would just go with the standard settings, but for the acrylic, I will engrave through the protective film. So I will increase the engraving for the timber by roughly 10-15%. Or if you don't want to increase it, you can do multiple passes until it's like through the paper and then a bit more. So now let's go over to the laser. So this is my Beambox Pro. I will be using 3mm clear acrylic and plywood. This laser is a standard CO2 laser bought from Flux in Melbourne. After placing the material on the machine bed, I will have to adjust the Z-axis because this laser doesn't have an automated axis, which is okay, it's just easy to do, but I have to make sure that the focus is good. And that is it. Now we can go and start it. So here's a bit of a time lapse of the cutting and engraving. It took about 4 to 5 minutes. I only did one pass on the wood because I increased the power for it. Alright, this is how they turned out. I am pretty happy with the result. Both look great. The wooden one needs a bit of sanding. I will use this 240 grit sandpaper and just sand the front of it a bit. It doesn't need much, just to remove the burn marks. And then peel the clear acrylic. And this is how it looks. I think it looks great, so we can now hang it on the tree. And here it is on my Christmas tree, which is still bare, so these are the first ornaments on it. I hope you liked this video and it helped you design your first ornaments. I will try to get better with these voiceovers, so if you like this video, please leave a like and maybe a comment and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching and happy holidays!